If your clutch master cylinder has started to shed parts like this inside your S197 Mustang, then you'll need to fix it with some new parts. Here's how. Full disclosure, I am not a professional mechanic. I've done brake jobs and clutch jobs and steering and suspension work, wiring, engine work, transmission swaps, interior work and glass, welding and fabrication, basically everything but paint. So, attempt this repair at your own risk. Okay, so here you can see a new clutch master cylinder. The clutch cylinder rod eyelet is made from durable plastic. I'll be using this billet aluminum replacement. You don't have to swap out your master cylinder to replace this part, but I decided to replace my master cylinder due to the age of my vehicle. Tools needed are an 8mm and 13mm socket with assorted extensions, a 5mm Allen head wrench or socket, and a 10mm wrench. Some pick tools or small screwdrivers, a pair of pliers and some rags, and a magnetic pickup wand and a magnet will also come in handy in the future. Start off by relocating this accessory bracket from the air conditioning system to get better access at the clutch master cylinder hoses. This bracket uses an 8mm socket. Next is the clutch master cylinder supply hose. You will be replacing this with the new one that comes in the kit. You can use pliers or a screwdriver, but you might need a razor knife to cut the hose end if it's a little too tight. Here is the clutch hydraulic throwout bearing line, which is held in by one little tension bracket. The line can be stubborn while removing it when the bracket is wiggled loose, so you may need to remove it. I put a magnet underneath the line and a rag over the fender hole to help catch the bracket in case it flies off upon removal. I caught it safely with the rag, and I used a magnetic wand to get it back. Next we go into the car to remove the pedal box assembly. You need to remove these 4 electrical switches that do different things. Be careful taking them off. Don't yank them off indiscriminately. Save your strength for some lug bolts or something. The first one just popped off. It wasn't supposed to come off this way. You should hold on to the connector and pull the clip off. It's supposed to slide off easily. But be sure to hold on to all the parts and set them aside. The next one is held in with a small tension clip with my wandering camera not showing you how to do it. This one comes off with a slight twist counterclockwise. This last one has a tension clip that you just push inward from this angle. Next, you can remove the 6 bolts that hold the pedal box and the clutch master cylinder to the firewall with a 13mm socket and some extensions. Remove the hydraulic throwout bearing line and catch the fluid. Remove the pedal box assembly, and now you can see the area where it lives on the firewall from the inside and from the outside area as well. Here's the pedal box and the clutch master cylinder. You can see where the eyelet is supposed to be on the cylinder rod. Going to replace my pedal pad while I am here. My neighbor gave me a new one when he sold his S197, so thanks, Donnie. So grabbing a 5mm Allen socket and a 10mm wrench, take off the bolts holding the clutch master cylinder to the pedal box assembly and remove the cylinder. So you don't have to put a fancy aluminum clutch rod eyelet on. You can skip this and just install the master cylinder as is and move on with your life. But I decided to remove the plastic eyelet with my trusty Dremel tool, and I pressed a new billet aluminum eyelet on the rod using a crescent wrench and a towel. Using some blue Loctite, thread the set screw in place and tighten down. Remove the retainer clip on the post where the eyelet goes, and clean off the post with a rag. Put some white lithium grease on there. Reinstall the clutch master cylinder and attach the eyelet to the post. Install the fastener on the eyelet post. Install the 2 clutch master cylinder bolts and tighten down. Changed out that pedal pad, and now it all goes back into the car. Attach the bolts and snug them down. Reattach the 4 electrical sensors carefully. You don't need to pay for new parts just because you're a He-Man in the garage. Uncap the end of the master cylinder hydraulic port and loosen the tension spring clip. Reattach the hydraulic throwout bearing line and press in the tension spring. This is probably the hardest part of the job because there's not a lot of room in here, and pressing the line in and pushing the spring into place sometimes is an exercise in patience. You may need to use a screwdriver to help push the line in while you snap the clip into place. Give it a slight tug when you are done to make sure it's securely in place. I poured in some fluid into the new clutch supply line before attaching it to the reservoir tank. Reattach the new supply line to the clutch master cylinder reservoir. Now add in your fluid, and you can bleed the clutch system by pressing on the clutch pedal a few hundred times and recheck the fluid and top off if necessary. It is a self-bleeding system, but if you have a vacuum bleeder kit, then by all means, get to it. Reattach the air conditioning bracket, and that's it. It took about an hour and a half with filming. No lunch or snack was necessary. So how did I know when the clutch eyelet was broken? Well, it all started late one afternoon. My friends and I were at Formula Drift this year in Long Beach. I was driving home after the event and...
Wait. Some of it's even worse than we thought.
We look at these pictures together, okay? One time. And then we delete the evidence.
I say we delete it right now.
Are you nuts? I already had to rip apart the whole motor. Is that in there?
Yeah, it's in there. Guys, one time. Deal?
Deal.
Deal.
Okay. Oh, dear Lord.
That's classic!
You spin my head right round when you go down,
You spin my head right around when you go down,
Hey, walk out the house with my swagger, hop in that window, I got places to go. People to see, time is precious, I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going, the women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on, unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming, my pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up Patron every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round when you go down,
You spin my head right around when you go down,
From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Hey, shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Get dirty, I'm like that's part of my. Rebuilding castles that's made out of. She's amazing, I'm fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get paid, it's maximum wage. That body belong on a poster. I'm in the days, that bottom is waving at me like damn it, I know you. You run the show like a gun out of holster. Tell me whatever and